I am about to show you the most incredible opportunity in the real estate world. I can't share everything with you. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to teach you how to build a hierarchy, how to build tiers, and take massive advantage of what's in front of you. You can build a company without hiring accounts receivable, accounts payable. You don't have to do any of that. You just have to be a great inviter. I come from the annuity, Medicare, and life insurance business. I did it for 20 years, and there was a hierarchy involved. I was a great inviter. And because I was a great inviter, I was able to sell that company to the most incredible company in the world called Integrity Marketing. And when I sold it, it was time for me to retire from that world. But this young man by the name of Colin comes to my office and he says, "Hey, you ought to do what you did in insurance and do it in real estate." I said, "I've looked, it's impossible, it doesn't exist." And he smiled and I said, "What?" He goes, "We've already done all that for you. You just come in here and do what you did over there." I said, "So I can just be a great inviter again in real estate?" And he said, "Yes." I said, "Man, I want to teach real estate agents this secret because y'all haven't had your hands on it as long as we have. And I'm going to teach you how to do that." Now, before I do that, let me say this. I understand that a lot of you get excited about being self-employed. This is the first concept you need to understand. It's no better than employment. In fact, employment's a little better than being self-employed because you can get sick and take some time off and still get paid. When you're self-employed and you get sick, not happening. I see people post on their Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram, "I'm self-employed and I'm loving it." Give me about 5 years and tell me how much you're loving it. When every dollar that comes in the door depends on you. That's a stress, that's a burden I don't want. Okay? So when self quits working, self is unemployed. Okay? Nothing cool about being self-employed. I want to teach you how to be a business owner. And the way Glenn has set this up, even a moron like me that barely graduated high school can be a business owner. You just got to invite people. That's it. Okay? So I got this little picture of you right here. You're smiling because you're happy because you are going to be a business owner. You're no longer going to be self-employed. You're no longer going to be paying all your fees and all your dues to a boss, a broker, whatever it may be. Okay? You now get to share in the revenue of the company. So here is the magic. Here is the trick. Okay? I've been doing this a long time. Don't mess up this simple system. Don't question it to death. If you do, you'll never get off the ground. But this is you. You come on board with us, okay? And immediately, I need you to focus. Still go out and do transactions. Don't stop that. Continue to do that. But come in here, and I need you to get 12 people. Let me see if I can fit 12 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to get 7, 8, 9. Here, let's go 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's about as ugly as it can get right there, right? So you come in here immediately. In the first 90 days, I need you to get 12 people on your team. How do you do that? You just invite them. Okay. I invited everybody that I could talk to. I called list of names. I'll explain that later. I was a pro at list of names, and I'll teach you how to do that, and I'll do it for you. Okay. But what you want to do is get 12. Let's make this look prettier. That just looks horrible, doesn't it? Here we go. Let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Much, much better, huh? Yeah. I'm sure there's a program that can make this look prettier, but this is a lot more fun when you do it like this. Boom, boom, doom, 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 doom. So you got 12 people that you've invited. They've gotten signed up. They're ready to go. You're fired up, okay? When you invite people, don't come to me and say, "Well, how do I overcome objections?" You ready? I don't. I don't come over I just don't. This is the best opportunity in the world. If you're a real estate agent, you need what I got. If you tell me no, I'm going to move on and I'm going to invite somebody else. That's simple. If you question it to death, I'm going to say, this probably isn't for you right now. I'll get back with you later. And I go invite somebody else. I will watch people struggle with what I just said right there for years, literally years. But he said he wanted this, and why do I do that? I don't care. Glenn has made us the best opportunity in the real estate business, bar none. Nothing's even close. So I'm going to move on and find somebody else. Well, I don't like your system the way it does. Okay, thanks for talking to me. Love you. I got somebody else I got to talk to. Boom. You with me? So just invite 12 people. You're going to let people, no, I don't want it. No, it sounds like this. It sounds like nah. Move on. We have the best thing in the world here at EXP. Don't argue it. Find somebody else. All right. So here's what's going to happen when you get 12. Write this down. You can't beat the numbers, and the numbers can't beat you. You got to play them. Play them just like this. Get you 12. These 4 are going to be crazy fired up just like you. They are going to be just like you. They're going to run through a fire, tell everybody in the world that EXP is the greatest thing in the world. If you don't want us, I don't care. I'm going to find somebody that will join us. Okay? That's simple. And you're not going to have to do a lot of work with them. They're just going to look at it and say, holy cow, I'm going to be able to make generational money. I'm going to be able to build a company that I can will to my children. And that's it. And they're going to go, right? Then you're going to get these 4. We call these marinators. They're just going to marinate. They're going to hang out. Love on these people. Don't push them to be like these people. Don't do it. Don't be, this is the weakest form of leadership. You ready? Well, he's doing this. Why can't you? That is the weakest form of leadership. Stop it. You're not a leader. Get out of the leadership business. Do not do this. Do not pass go. Do not collect your $200. Okay? They're not ready. They're just marinating. Love on them. Make them feel like they belong. That was me 20 years ago. Thank God I found this incredible couple by the name of Fitz and Heather. I was overwhelmed. I was like, had bug eyes, like, what's going on here? You know, there was these 2 guys that were making so much money and kicking butt and taking names. And I was like, how are they doing it? You know, and I marinated. And I remember one time Fitz and Heather said to me, don't compare yourself to them. Leadership. Most weak leaders, because they haven't understood influence and inspiring people, they compare. Fitz and Heather told me, don't compare, man. Get out and run your game. Okay. So love on these 4. The eraser was on. Love on these 4 people. Okay. We got to draw them back in here. Love on them. These are the ones that are going to go fast and crazy and just be just crazy jacked up like you. These 4 are going to marinate. They're great people. Don't give up on them. Love them. You never know when their time's going to come. But when it comes, don't you want them to be part of your group? And you didn't run them off, right? These 4, we just don't know. We can't figure it out. One might just stay, hang out, be positive. These 2 probably going to be negative. They would find anything wrong. They would just find something wrong with everything. They can't be pleased. There's just nothing you can do for them. Now, what weak leaders do is they cater to these 2 and they try to fix them. You're a finder. You're an inviter. You're finding them. You're not fixing them. These folks in here you work with. These folks you can mold them. You can influence them. You can inspire them. You can speak life into them. Because of your childlike faith, they will eventually have a childlike faith, but go on their terms. Don't mess this up. So that's what you do the first 90 days. The next 90 days, guess what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You do it again. And boom, these 4 are going to do the same. Now remember, you got this whole 12 over here. You got those 4 doing it, right? These 4 are going to go crazy just like you. It's just going to happen. There's no way around it. Guess what you do at the end of 90 days? You do it again. You do this 4 quarters, okay? And at the end, you're going to be fired up. Now, here's the crazy thing. It's like I said, it pays down 7 tiers. So here, let's draw it like this. Let's make life simple for us. So this person brings in this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. There's not enough room on my little board to show you, but there you go. You're getting paid all the way down here from what this person's doing. Not a bad program. Not a bad program from a guy that barely graduated high school, cannot spell, spent most of his childhood in trouble, was the least likely to succeed. And I'm telling you, this stuff works. Now, please, your inclination is to say, well, how much do I earn off of this person? What do I get paid off this person? Okay, do me a favor. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Just keep finding them, inviting them, bringing them in. The money will take care of itself. You ready? Take a deep breath. You're going to make a lot of money doing this. But you just got to invite people. The moment you start counting and say, well, I'm going to make this on this and this on this, is the moment you start managing, is the moment your business dies. Dead. Over with. End of story. Don't look up. Just keep inviting. That's the secret. That's what people don't understand. Like, it's too simple. I know, but it's not. Because you got to keep doing it. It is simple. I get it. However, it's so simple, it's going to trip you up. Don't let it. Just keep inviting and inviting and inviting and inviting, and your life will change forever. I was making $100,000 a month before I sold my company. I just wanted to make that in a year when I started. How did that happen? I just kept inviting. That was it. I did some sales, I would invite. I did some sales, I would invite. I did some sales, I would invite. And then I noticed my bank account was getting a little gooder, and I didn't have to sell as much. The last 12 years of me being in that business, I never sold a policy again. I just became a great inviter. I loved on my people. Even the ones that weren't going to do any good, I loved on them and told them, hey, man, life is meant to be lived. You're meant to be powerful and loving. You're supposed to have a childlike faith. We're not supposed to make this difficult. So we're not. And you just invite. Now, there's a lot more to our program to where you get to benefit from building all of this. Number one, we have a mentorship program, okay, where your team members will be trained by mentors. That's beautiful. In my old business, I don't know if I said it, but I had to invite them and train them. You ready? It's better if someone else trains them. Do you have children? Have you ever told your kids they need to do something over and over and over, and they hear Jimmy or Billy or Bob or somebody tell them to do the exact same thing, and they come home to you and they say, hey, Jeremy told me I needed to do this. And you want to pound your head into concrete like, I've been telling you this. The same here. When you invite and bring them in, let someone else train them. Please, just delegate. But I like to be in control. If you like to be in control, are you ready for your stats? You'll be done at one level, and that's it. You won't get any further. It'll stop. It'll die. I've watched people do it. I had a guy once tell me, he says, Paul, when I build like you're building, I'm going to tell my people everything because there was so much you didn't tell me. And this was a guy that won 4 trips in a row. He's one of the top producers. He was getting money in his bank account. And I said, well, I guess it worked out for you. He never built. He never could do what I did. He was smarter than me. He couldn't, it was too simple for him. And this is what happened, okay? Because he went out to sell a policy and he didn't know all the answers. And he had to come back, kind of defeated, right? And he said, hey, Paul, they said that. I said, well, go back and tell them this. Oh, okay. And he went back and told him that. And he comes back to me and goes, see, I wish I'd have known that the first time. Oh, did you get a victory? Did you win? Okay, I got you. So he was going to tell his people everything. Why? I run marathons, and I love it. Crossing that finish line at 26.2 miles is the greatest joy, the greatest victory, the greatest sense of accomplishment I can give myself. I love it. Had my trainer told me everything that I was going to feel and go through during the training process and the actual marathon day, I'd have never done it. He would have robbed me of one of my greatest successes. Some people, you're just not ready. Don't worry about it. This is what you need to know. This is it. Bring 12 in, do it again, do it again, do it again. That's it.